Hey everyone, what is going on, and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we're hopping back into another coaching episode. We had here, what's his YouTube channel called again? Let me just check. GNE1X Gaming sent in this clip, but his name in this game is obviously CopperAim8622. It is a Smurf account. It's only played one game, which is the game he sent through right here, and he's sitting at about Gold 3 ELO at the moment, but obviously he's unranked, so I don't really know what his main account rank is. I didn't get the chance to ask. He submitted this through a YouTube comment, and he said just come check out my channel, and yeah, so here we are. So I don't really get many clips submitted, so honestly, he submitted this today, and now I'm here reviewing it because obviously I like making these coaching videos, and I'm down to make as many as possible, but obviously I need to get more clips. So again, if you have clips that you would like to send to me, you either have to live stream it or upload a full game to YouTube like this guy has here. Live streams are easier than you think. All you have to do is go to your Twitch app on Xbox, go to Twitch, stream a game, and then make sure your past recordings are on, and then just link me the Twitch past recording, because that's all you have to do. It's really not difficult. So to all the people who don't want to upload stuff on YouTube and stuff, it's really not that hard. All you have to do is just do the Twitch, but obviously if you don't want to, that's fine as well. So if you would like your clip reviewed, submit it on YouTube or Twitch and just send me the link on Xbox, on Discord, on Instagram, any way you can get the link to me so I can give it a look. That's how you do it, and you might get your clip. You probably will get your clip featured on YouTube. So other than that, this is going to be Copper Aim, and this is going to be his first placement, but obviously he's a Gold 3 at the moment, so we'll just go off that. So let's dive into it. Okay, so starting off with some bandit tricking by the looks of it. This is good. Playing bandit as a tricker is definitely something that takes some skill. The wall next to you is not reinforced though, so I probably wouldn't recommend tricking there without that wall next to you having cover, because they can very easily open that. Thatcher's just done you dirty. Let's see if you predicted the right one. Looks like you're just putting them down just to play safe. Probably no, okay. It's good that you're tricking, but as I said, that wall next to you not being reinforced is probably going to do you dirty. We'll find out if the other team takes advantage of that, but I don't know how much communication you have in this game, but fucking watch out for that next time. Try and get your teammates to reinforce it or something like that. I don't know. It's not too much of a stress, but if you want to continue tricking, it's obviously not going to be easy if they open that wall, but we'll see what happens. So putting the bandit down again, looks like you're doing good. Yep, there it is. See? The wall next to you was unreinforced, and it was the death of you, so there's nothing wrong with tricking there, but I 100% would recommend you trick unless that wall has some sort of cover, because they can do exactly what they just did there, just completely stitch you up, and then you get caught off guard. Now, Kavira has got an interrogation. Let's see if your team makes use of it, or let's see if your team turns into complete animals and just gets killed. So far, it's a 3v2 to the other team. It's good that you're sitting on cameras as well. Commend that. You're doing the right thing instead of spectating. That is good. Try not to spot on them though, unless like situations like that where you can kind of help out. There's nothing wrong with that as well. A little bit of fucking gameplay lag, that's all good. Doc probably, I don't know, he seems like he's in a bit of a weird position. Probably wasn't the play, but oh well. His gameplay seems a little bit laggy. Hopefully it's not too bad for the rest of the fucking video, but we'll see. You're on a constant 80 ping as well. That's a bit of a stitch up. Oh no, it was just a jump at the end of the round. Right, fair enough. So that round, I didn't really get to see much. Oh, hold on. Let me just go back and see. I didn't really pay attention to how you actually aimed. Probably should have done that. Let's have a quick look. Alright, so what I noticed there is you are doing what I have this habit as well, where you're lean spamming, but you keep leaning to the left and then back into the middle. It doesn't help you at all. You need to try and relax. Like here, here's my controller. So what you're doing is you're just mashing that. That's all you're doing. You're just going in, out, in, out. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all you're doing. If you want to lean at all, I'd recommend in the situation you're in, you press your right button so you can go peek. Like, let's go back a little bit to when you got into that situation. If you had leaned on your right and stayed on that angle that you were there and just controlled your accuracy, you probably would have won that gunfight. But you kept leaning and you kept going da 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 da, and that just throws off your aim completely. It's never going to really help you out. But so a lot of people do get in this habit on controller of lean spamming. I do it as well. I'm not saying it's not something that only noobs do. Everyone does it really. Even high ranks do it. But you have to try and get yourself out of the habit of lean spamming, because most of the time it just throws off your aim more than actually controlling it. But anyway, let's dive into the next round. Alrighty, so this round we're diving into some Jaeger gameplay. You switched it up a little bit. You haven't used your reinforcements. Use your reinforcements. That's about it. You used your gadgets at least, but I don't know. That site's not really one of the sites where you don't have anywhere to reinforce. I'm not sure if peeking this is a good idea. I don't usually peek it. Yeah, it worked. If I was holding that angle, I would have did what you did and waited for the sound cue for someone to hop in and then wide swing it. So you did do it the way I would play it, but obviously the way I play isn't the best alternatives either. And if you think he did that wrong, let us know down below, because even if I miss something in this video and you guys have something to add on, I'm sure hopefully he watches the video and he can take some tips from it to help himself and help me out so he can improve more. So exposing yourself very aggressively to that hole probably isn't the best idea, but it is peeking through a floor, and floor peeks are a little bit fucking weird from my experience. So I guess you just have to take the risk sometimes. Seems like your team's doing work, which is what we like to see. It's good that you're checking all your surroundings, but at the moment, there's probably not really much happening at the moment. You didn't really need to peek that, because Legion did have control of that room, and if anyone was there, then Legion needs to take some tips on basically every form of defending possible. I don't know. It's good that you're playing site though. Playing site as a Jaeger is kind of like a 50-50. It depends on how many is on site, whether you should play site Jaeger. That gridlock is just a little bit of a schizo, but good frag. Obviously, she should not have dropped that without droning, or at least checking, but sometimes you just do things, especially with 1 minute on the clock. I have no idea why she hot dropped that, but oh well. At the moment, everyone is playing aggressive on the kill. I have no idea what he's peeking. He should be watching lockers at all times, because lockers is the most important thing to be watching when you push in that door, I feel like. But well, he was more worried about that, I guess. But pretty good round from you. You did everything pretty consistently well. Obviously, something I did notice in that round was, I think in both the gunfights you got into, your crosshair was on his body. Yeah, it was on his body. Try and pick up your crosshair placement a little bit more towards his head. It's going to help you out a lot when you get into one-on-one gunfights when they're actually looking at you. We'll see what else happens in this game, but from what I've seen, in those 2 gunfights you got into, you did body shot them, you didn't headshot either of them, so maybe try and pick your crosshair placement up a little bit. I don't know if it was just the way you were peeking or not. We'll find out in the next few rounds. And with that said, let's jump into the next round. Okay, so diving into the next round, I don't know if you got this tip from me, but you're choosing to spawn peek with an ACOG, which is probably not the best thing to do, but you're doing it with Rook. Doing it with Rook is who you should be doing it with. I respect that a lot, and that was a good shot. Good stuff, good stuff. But if you are going to spawn peek ever with an ACOG, do it with Rook. Please listen to me if you take anything from this video. Do it with Rook. Rook, see, his gadget's already been used at the start of the round. Obviously, I didn't put that in. Now he's free to do whatever he wants. His utility's already been used. The whole team has the Rook armor. There's nothing wrong with peeking with Rook. Obviously, you're in an anchor. You probably should be playing site, but there's nothing. It's way better to peek with Rook than with Doc. And see how this Doc's playing site? He's a smart Doc. He should be doing exactly that. But yeah, so far, that was a good shot on the thermite, good peek. Obviously, sometimes it's a pretty predictable peeking that bridge, but you may be able to catch someone off guard, which you did, so good job. Good early frag, especially on a thermite. That's definitely going to stitch them up for their push throughout the round. I need to cough really badly. I don't really want to, though, because, I don't know, it's just weird while I'm trying to give you guys a tutorial. If I do end up coughing, I apologize. I don't have corona, I promise. So far, you've just been holding that mid-tier hold on the Sky Bridge, which is a good hold. You need to have Sky Bridge control whenever possible. You got shot from outside. You probably, I'm not saying you should check for that, but you probably should just fucking, when you're running across in front of that window, you should always check no matter what. See how Kavira's interrogation has turned him into an absolute idiot, along with the rest of the team. This is why I don't like Kavira, but she got the kill. I guess Kavira's when they get an interrogation, at least they get a kill, but the amount of sight, at least no one's like running out and stuff. Kavira's the only one that was running out. But yeah, when you run across that window on canal, there's I usually always check it myself, just because there's someone's always peeking that window. Let's face the facts. I have no idea why, but people just do it. If this cab's outside, this just proves my point on how cabs are fucking weird. But who knows what she's doing out there. I don't know if she's outside or not. A little bit of lag again. Let's go. I don't think there's really a point. You're just watching cameras at the moment. Again, respect that. Keep that up. Whenever you die watching the cameras, I respect that a lot. Hopefully you gained that tip from me. I don't know if you did. Shit's lagging a little bit, so we'll probably cut the round as soon as it's over, but it looks like the other guy's just... Nope, he was on balcony. Alright, good kill from Doc, and yeah, let's jump into the next round. So diving into attack, you did choose to play Thermite. That is good. Look. I don't know if you have communication with that Thatcher, but it's good to bring a Thatcher Thermite whenever possible because it will help you, especially on this map. Obviously, the predicted side that everyone's going to go is upstairs, and the Thatcher Thermite on that main wall is very helpful for when you are peeking that site. You must have drained that Valcam early round, which is good. It's good that you got rid of that intel. Probably going to get run out on later. You should always claim all that run out, in my opinion. It's a very common run out. Looks like you don't have communication because Thatcher threw that hella early. So I'm not really sure what Thatcher's doing, but we'll have to find out. Looks like they're probably not tricking. Most of the time bandits don't trick, I swear. Tricking's kind of like just a excess effort. Alright, I ended up coughing, excuse me. See how they reinforced that wall though. Hopefully your team took a tip. I can't remember actually. Smoke's just wasted 2 gas canisters. I would not recommend throwing gas canisters outside when you're a Smoke. It is not worth it. You should save them for when they're pushing later in the round and you actually know they're in a room. That's the best time to utilize a smoke canister. Efficient droning, to be honest. You're droning at the right times. You didn't really check your right at all. Did you drone out that Jaeger? I wasn't paying attention. It's good that you're using your drone to peek though. That's very good. It's gonna give you way more intel and it's gonna give you way more percentage of actually fragging people off just by droning that little situation right there. Now you know where Valkyrie is, and whether you pick up the kills, another story. Yep, Valkyrie was planted in one position. You should never do that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that Valkyrie, she stayed in the same spot, just holding that angle on the big fella. And you should never do that. If you get shot at and they know you're there, you should always try and rotate your line of sight to somewhere else as quickly as possible so you don't get what this guy did and just pre-fired him in the head. So that was a good play from you. You took advantage of the situation of Valkyrie being a fat cunt, and I respect that. So far you've been playing pretty good except for that first round, which really you just got caught lacking. So far you're lean spamming. You haven't really done it again since then. You have like no operators on this account, which is pretty funny. But yeah, otherwise let's jump into the next round. Deciding to play Sledge this round and droning before you push. Good. You're not forgetting to drone. That's what I like to see. Bandit just slammed your teammate right next to you. I'm pretty sure you know he's there. When you hold on, I'll just pause this. When you're peeking this angle, I don't know if you're gonna kill this guy or not, but when you're peeking this angle, probably the best way to conceal your head is to peek the other way. So see how you're peeking left right now. If you were to peek right and you push more to the doorway to the left, you wouldn't be exposing your body as much. So you'd be able to just hold a better angle on the well, probably not a better angle. You're probably holding a better angle now. But if this bandit was peeking you, your full head is just exposed right now. And concealing your head as much as possible when you're peeking an angle is probably the best way to, keep yourself from dying pretty much. So you should always try and focus on your positioning when you're peeking angles. Just trying to get into the good habits of hiding yourself from like things that could easily get you killed. But let's see if you get this kill. No, you don't. Well, he did just run across it. That C4 has fucking bombed you straight to Africa, but I don't know. So, I don't know if positioning would have saved you in that situation. Seems how he gapped it across. I feel like reaction time would have saved you in that situation, which is something not everyone has on console, including me. Obviously, our reaction time is way worse than someone on PC, but what can you really do, to be honest? And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What the hell? Go spectate Thatcher again, please. That guy put the Claymore right in front of the staircase. He's an absolute junkie, if you ask me. Hold on, I want to see this Claymore, please. Please show me this Claymore. I don't know what he did. You had the menu up. All right, I just saw the Claymore. Hold on, we're going back to that. Hold on. What the hell is that Claymore? Do not put your Claymores right in front of something. It's never going to work. I don't know what the hell that Claymore is. Just a little tip. Try to at least hide your Claymores. Like, if you're putting a Claymore down in front of a doorway, it's the most obvious thing you've ever seen. Obviously, it's still going to catch people if they're not paying attention, but at least try and hide it so it's more difficult for a defender to see it. But anyway, not really your gameplay, so it doesn't really matter. That guy was peeking straight ahead instead of leaning and secluding his body. You'll also see where he died over here. I don't have like a pen or something, but he was right in the middle of the staircase as well. Horrible positioning, but obviously everyone makes mistakes. There's nothing wrong with that. Thatcher's now stuck in a 1v3, and he's going to drone. He's got plenty of time to do that, so I'm not even going to hate. He gets mozzied. Is he still gonna choose to push down there? He's also got laser sight on. He's also crouch walking. Crouch walking is an interesting topic. It depends on the situation whether crouch walking actually works. He peeked that well. His positioning on that dock was pretty good. That was solid. He leaned the right way. He just got rushed and stress aimed. Happens to the best of us. This guy's re-peeking with a pistol. If he had hit his shots, he could have won that round, but unfortunately he didn't. But that is okay. Everyone misses their shots. Smoke not running the SMG-11. What an interesting player. Always run the SMG-11 on Smoke for that round, and basically, I don't know if this would have helped you, but as I said, your positioning could have saved you in that situation. Obviously, he threw a C4 at you, and you were in the wrong position. But just try and work on your positioning, maybe in that sort of situation, to try and seclude yourself. If he was, say, peeking you, he probably would have killed you anyway before the C4. But oh well. Anyway, let's dive into the next round. Alright, so this round we're coming back at you with Thermite. Ash is rushing without droning whatsoever, and she would have died probably if someone was there, but obviously no one was there. She got lucky. I feel like that's a philosophy. There we go. That's a philosophy of an Ash main. You either rush in and kill people, or you rush in and die. Even if you're Ash, you should be droning no matter what. I don't know why people think they're invincible when they play Ash. They should always be droning no matter what. This man's currently hopping on the drone, making sure no one's peeking him. Fair enough. A little bit of paranoia. I understand. It happens to everyone. You're on your drone, you just get shot from the most random spot possible. 3v5, not very good, but obviously it's still winnable. 2v5 now, it's still winnable. You should never give up hope in a round. Let's see how you go. Good kill from Buck, fragging off the Cav. Cav getting aggressive because it's a Cav, makes complete sense. At the moment you're holding a pretty solid angle. Nothing wrong with that peak whatsoever. I don't have anything to nitpick about that. Good kill. Your crosshair placement was much better on that than it was in that other situation in the first few rounds, so played that well. Rotating after a kill as well, especially in a late game situation, is smart, because people are probably going to rotate towards you in late game, because in late game people get a lot more aggressive than they would in early game, so we'll have to find out. You didn't drone that. I know you don't have a drone, and that could have killed you if this Mozzie wasn't a throw. Yeah. Excuse me. If Mozzie didn't throw that, he definitely would have killed you because you didn't drone. Obviously, you should drone everywhere different you push. You had plenty of time to drone, but I guess it worked out in the end. But I'd just say next time, you got lucky with the whole Mozzie throwing bit. You potatoed a little bit there, but happens to the best of us, so I don't have anything against that. But yeah, back to what I was saying, that Mozzie could have definitely killed you 100% because you didn't drone, but he unfortunately potatoed, and you took advantage of that, which is good. Good that you didn't die. Pretty sure you lean spammed a little bit back then as well. I'll go revisit that in the end. That was good. Your crosshair was a little bit low again, but obviously he did crouch into it, so it worked out in your favor, to be honest. 8-3, that's a pretty good game, my guy. I'm not gonna lie. Good stuff. I just want to go back and revisit if you lean spam this dude. Let's just quickly go back and look at that. I just want to see if it's like a problem of yours or... Okay, I don't think you really lean spammed him. I don't really know, but I think you did lean a few times more than you should have. Honestly, the best way to peek that probably would have just been to, again, lean to your right and then just held the angle and just tried to control your recoil. But again, obviously, you won. Pretty good game. Hopefully the tips I gave you helped. The main things I noticed is the lean spamming happened in a few different rounds, but I feel like a lot of console players do have this problem. The best way to get out of it is just play Terrorist Hunt and try not to lean at all. Like, you only press the lean button once and that's it. Just try not to lean. The best way to utilize a lean, let me get the controller out again, would be the best thing to do would be, if you lean left, to flick across to the right, because then it'll flick across their head. That's probably the only time you ever want to lean from side to side. That's all you have to do though, only once. You don't have to lean any more than that. What were some other things? You have to kind of analyze situations a little bit better. Obviously, that first round, you should not have been tricking with that wall open, and it was the death of you. You maybe might have fragged a few people off if you didn't get caught lacking with that little mashing of the buttons, but it happens to everyone. As I said, I feel like it's a very common issue on console. A lot of people do like to lean spam, me included. I'm sure you guys have watched my gameplay before and you're going to come at me like, you lean spam as well, you lean spam as well. You're not wrong. But anyway, I'm pretty sure they were the main two things that I saw. Sorry, when I talk for a long time, my throat likes to kill itself, so that's why I'm swallowing and coughing all that shit. But I'm not sure. I'd say that was a pretty good game from you, though. I don't really have much else negative to say. Just a few little things that you could probably work on. Obviously, droning on that last little play as well probably would have helped you. That positioning, there was just little mistakes in every round that even if you went back and watched it yourself, you probably would have picked out. But otherwise, pretty good gameplay, my guy. And thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below and a comment saying whether you found these tips helpful or if you didn't find them helpful, because I'm always looking to make better videos for you guys. I stream every day over on Twitch except for Saturday. If you'd like to come check me out, the link is in the description. And other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.